You are welcome to Health TV. We are examining something significant today. One of the most significant pieces of any relationship or marriage is that feeling of closeness related with your sexual coexistence. Notwithstanding, you ought to do what you can to keep your sexual coexistence bountiful for the joy of you and your accomplice and for the well-being of your relationship. The following are 10 propensities that can annihilate your sexual coexistence. Sit back and watch. 1. Working from bed. It tends to be difficult to move away from work, and telecommuting on close to home time is turning out to be increasingly normal. Be that as it may, carrying your work to bed can truly make it difficult to get in the mindset. To keep your sexual coexistence fit as a fiddle, keep your room and bed a spot related with sentiment and love instead of messages and work. 2. Drinking an excess of caffeine. Everybody adores their morning cup of tea. However, in case you're going over the edge with the caffeine, you might be accidentally murdering your sex drive. This is on the grounds that caffeine can play with your hormones, making your body produce more pressure hormones and less of those that impact a solid moxie. 3. Eating excessively. Indulging can accomplish more than give you a stomach hurt. Indeed, indulging or eating past the point of no return around evening time can lessen vitality levels and cause people to feel terrible about themselves. This decreases the odds of want later on that night, making this an unfortunate propensity for your sexual coexistence. 4. Drinking an excess of alcohol. Having that additional glass of wine with supper could be a propensity that is putting your sexual coexistence in danger. That is on the grounds that drinking an excessive can make you drained, sleepy, or even surly, which can absolutely murder your enthusiasm. 5. Having mundane conversations in bed. Being in a marriage implies that you'll have an abundance of exhausting discussions every day. These might be about work, timetables, tasks, or what's for supper. Keep these outside of your room as they're pretty unhot in nature and likely won't put you in the temperament. 6. Laying down with your pet. Permitting a textured companion to stay in bed with you and your accomplice could be slaughtering your sexual coexistence. Couples are just less inclined to be close if their pet is sleeping with them. Since sex is an incredible pressure reliever, recollect that removing time from your pet to appreciate your accomplice's conversation is additionally useful for your canine or feline. 7. Viewing the news from bed. Viewing the report from bed could truly slaughter the state of mind. The news can be absolute discouraging on occasion and may subsequently be negatively affecting your sexual coexistence by diminishing your craving or placing you in a negative headspace. 8. Heading out to the gym time after time. While a moderate measure of activity positively affects your sexual coexistence, an excessive number of high-force exercises can really devastate your sex drive. Not practicing at all will likewise have an unfriendly impact. 9. Not getting enough sleep. Insufficient rest could be the offender behind a dull sex drive. At the point when you need the rest division, changes in hormone levels cause a diminishing in drive. Besides, an absence of rest will cause you to feel terrible, which probably implies you won't be in the disposition to get physically involved with your accomplice. 10. Being on your phone in bed. Taking your telephone to bed with you is a propensity that is certain to diminish your probability of having standard sex. Having your telephone in bed with you will fill in as just an interruption. You'll wind up via web-based media or playing a game as opposed to associating with your accomplice when you ought to be. Try not to let these unfortunate propensities ruin your sexual coexistence. Fortune that association with your accomplice and do what you can to keep life in the room energizing. A debt of gratitude is in order for viewing. Kindly remember to subscribe into my YouTube.